Good day, everyone. This is me again, Teacher Jeffrey, and this is English 6 Quarter 3 with our new lesson for today. It is all about noting significant details in the story and express opinions using evidences. Before we will going to start our lesson, let me ask you, do you have a pet? That's great. Now, can you share to us a heroic deed it has done for you or for others? Wow, that's awesome. Because our lesson for today is we will going to read a story which is entitled The Boastful Shrimp, which is related to the animals. Going to the story, let us do this activity first, unlocking of difficulties, in which you will going to identify the meaning of the underlined word in each sentence. Choose the letter of the correct answer and write it on your paper. Number 1. The sharp protrusion of a shrimp is used to fight against its enemies. The underlined word is protrusion. What does it mean? A. A part of the body that is pointed. B. A part of the body that is hidden. C. A part of the body that is plain. D. A part of the body that is dull. What's the answer? Very good. The answer is a part of the body that is pointed. Number 2. Nothing can pierce an iron shield, even an iron sword. The underlined word is pierce. What does it mean? A. To rip off. B. To spin. C. To crush. D. To go through. What's the answer? Correct answer is to crush. Number 3. The beautiful white pearl is glistening under the rays of the sun. The underlined word is glistening. What's the meaning of the word? A. Shine. B. Bright. C. Flash. D. All of the above. What's the answer? Correct answer is letter D. All of the above. So glistening means shine, bright, or flash. Number 4. The boastful man shows off his knowledge about martial arts. The underlined word is boastful. What does it mean? A. Humble. B. Overly confident. C. Naughty. D. Shy. What's the answer? Correct answer, overly confident. Number 5. His colorful lantern has scorched because of the constant raining. The underlined word is scorched. A. Dried. B. Worn. C. Dyed. D. A and B. Correct answer, letter C. Dyed. What do you think? Why is it that the story is entitled The Boastful Shrimp? Can you give any idea? Okay, that's great. So now, let us find out why is it that the title of our story for today is The Boastful Shrimp. Let's start. The Boastful Shrimp. Once there was a shrimp who thought he was the most handsome shrimp in the world. In fact, he believed that he was more handsome than any other creatures on earth. "Just look at my sword," he proudly told the other young shrimps, pointing to the sharp pointed protrusion at the end of his nose. Of course, as far as shrimps were concerned, the end of the nose was the most natural place for the sword to be. And look at my thick, smooth shield. Like other shrimps, he carried his shield. He would continue. Nothing can pierce the shield. Like other shrimps, he carried his shield on his head. All he needed to do to show off his head was to hold his head high. "You are indeed a handsome shrimp," said an old experienced shrimp, "but you are just reaching adulthood and have no experience of the world. Do not display yourself too much or else one of those humans might grab you," said the old shrimp, pointing with one of his many legs to a young man swimming nearby. "Grab me? Who? The soft-skinned two-legged creature?" scoffed the young shrimp. "He does not even have a proper shell. He has those funny little bits of shell on the ends of his fingers and toes, which do not protect him at all, as far as I can tell. All I need to do is stab him with my sharp sword, and that will be the end of him. Some day he and other two-legged humans will look at me and admire me," said the young shrimp. "Well, if you won't listen to my advice," said the old shrimp, "you will have to learn your lesson the hard way." The young shrimp soon forgot about the old shrimp's advice. He continued his habit of looking for groups of other young shrimps his age and showing off before them. He would engage in shrimp gymnastics, bending his body this way and that to let them see how strong his muscles inside his beautifully glistening white shell, which hardly had any dark dots of lines on them, unlike the other shrimps around him. One day, a fishing boat passed by, with fishermen on board looking for a good catch. The boastful shrimp saw his chance to display his athletic form before them. He swam to the surface of the water. The fishermen saw him. They cast their net, and in a few minutes the boastful young shrimp was caught in the net, along with other shrimps and fish. That day, at lunchtime, the boastful shrimp was seen on the end of a barbecue stick, his shell now in beautiful colors of pink, red, and brown, with some scorched spots from the coals over which he was roasted. "What a fine, fat shrimp!" explained the persons around the dining table. "It's the best shrimp I've ever tasted," said the person who picked up the barbecue stick and cut up the shrimp, after putting a little portion in his mouth. The boastful young shrimp got his wish at last to be admired by humans. Did you enjoy the story? That's great. And now, let us answer the comprehension checkup after reading the story. For question number 1, can you describe the shrimp based on his outer and inner appearance? Okay, that's great. Here are the possible answers. So the shrimp has a thick, smooth shield, or it has a beautifully glistening white shell which hardly had any dark dots or lines on them. Second question. Why did the old shrimp advise the boastful shrimp not to display the latter's shell too much? What do you think so? Okay. The old shrimp advised the boastful shrimp not to display yourself too much because one of those humans might grab you. For the third question, Did the boastful shrimp listen to his advice? Why? Okay, very good. No, because the boastful shrimp believes that he can beat and stab the humans with his sharp sword. Number 4. What happened to him? Yeah, that's correct. The boastful shrimp was caught by the human using the net and was eaten afterwards. For the fifth question, what lesson did you learn from the selection? Explain your answers by giving one's opinion and supporting idea. Okay, now, what did you do for you to answer the comprehension check questions? Okay, very good. So, to help you answer the comprehension check questions after reading a story, you need to do this one, the noting of significant details in the story. So you need to take note of those significant details in the story. So what are those details to take note? What do you think? Okay, those are characters, setting, plot, theme of the story. So what are those characters? So characters are the persons, animals, or things. Setting are the place and time. Plot is the sequence of event from the very first event happened in the story to the last part event or last event happened in the story. And the theme of the story is all about the lessons or message you can apply to your own life. So for your group activity, you will going to use a graphic organizer to illustrate the details of the story, The Boastful Shrimp. Do this in a whole sheet of Manila paper and report to the class. You may follow this graphic organizer. So from the top, it is the title of the story, and you are going to list down all the characters, the setting, the plot, which is all about the sequence of events, and the theme of the story. So I will give you time to do this, and after that, you will going to report it to the class. For individual activity, you will going to number each statement according on how the story happened. So you will going to put numbers there before the statement. So these are the events happen in the story. So you will going to number this 1 to 5. First statement or first event here written. The old shrimp advised the handsome shrimp not to show off too much. Second event, when one day a fisherman was looking for a good catch. Third event, the handsome shrimp starts to brag about his handsomeness and athletic figure. Next, he was caught by fishing net of the fisherman. And the last event here, the boastful shrimp was cooked and eaten at lunch. Now you're going to number this 1 to 5. Arrange the statement. So now, how do we get the significant details in the story read? Okay, so this is all about concept formation. So noting the significant details is reading between the lines to get the main idea of the story. How it started, developed, and ended with the help of the characters and other elements of the story. So that would be all for today's discussion. So thank you for listening. I hope that you learned something today. Till next time, goodbye.